Hello, everybody.
Hey,
I want to thank everybody for taking their time out of their day to come join us tonight. And Eduardo, I'm going to be late because I was 3 minutes early yesterday. I got to make up for it. I can't do that. But I want to thank. I always keep getting it backwards. I'm pointing the other direction and it points at you. It just messes me up. Robert for being my co-host again tonight, as always, and Misfit Brandon for being our special guest.
of course.
Always a pleasure being on here with you, Skipper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Love hanging out with you too.
Oh, and dude, I gotta say, I apologize about last week, man.
Mm-mm.
That buddy of mine, he called me up and he asked me to help him out with a project, and the project wasn't supposed to take so long. But then, just like everything, the more we tore into it, the more we seen it had to be replaced.
Yeah, it's never fun.
Yeah,
All
and
right,
it just kept on getting bigger.
go through the quick hellos real quick. First one in, Hillbilly Aquatic. Adele, Lefty. I love this name. Linda Liquor number 5. Eddie, because I'm tired of saying that full name. Crown Tail, Jeff Kane, Mike's Aquatics and Things, Al Wet Sox, TJ Autocross, Dennis Christensen, Bunny Viper, Bob, Keller's Aquatics, Scotty Aquati. What's up, Scott's Aquatics? Crown Tail Half Moon. We got Susie Q, Brookley Bell, Dee Dee, Paul Sotero, Lady Diane. Oh, Elizabeth from Florida Fish Rescue. I hope everything's going well for you down there setting that stuff up. And that tank that they set up outside is pretty cool. Dream Fish Keeping, Vanoski, how you doing? I hope I'm at the bottom and watch it's going to jump on me. Hey, Paul McCartney.
And Paul Sotero.
Yeah, I said hi to him. You must have missed that.
Yeah, my chat is a little different than yours.
I started from the top. I scroll the whole way up.
Oh yeah, that's probably what. Yeah, I got to do that too. I got to scroll down so I can keep up.
Well, if y'all pretty much probably know Misfit Brandon, but I wanted him to be a guest up here tonight so y'all can get to know him a little bit more. He has said a lot about himself in previous streams. So you have a business, right?
Yes.
I hope I don't mess this up because sometimes I forget stuff. Okay, that's all the time I forget stuff.
No worries.
Do you go clean fish tanks?
I do. Yep.
Yeah, buddy. You got it.
I also do setup and acquisition, meaning if you have a fish that's hard to find or you need me to get a large order of fish, I can do that too.
Oh, awesome!
Nice.
Well, everyone, you hear it here. If you need one, hit them up.
I prefer not to keep my YouTube related to my business in any way, shape, or form. So I would prefer not, to be honest.
Okay.
I've had some pretty good issues with that in the past, and I'm just not willing to deal with that or risk my business with that again. So.
Unless you know them.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, I fully understand, man.
Well, if somebody asks you can email me, I'll tell you if it's good or not. I've been here for a minute with these crazy people. If it's Bob, do it. Give him more tanks. See, he's gonna have to sleep on. Yeah, he'll have to sleep on the floor. Every fish keeper's dream that has MTS is to have a house like him, or even Daniken, which I get the pleasure of seeing in October.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
He's been coming around my streams. He was up on with me the other night and stuff, and he offered for me to come to one of the after parties from Oktoberfest. But unfortunately, between Aquashella and the Clash, I'm not going to be able to make it this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the way over in Portland. So,
yeah, it's a drive or a flight.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the ones that And I agree with Rico. Like, I definitely want to do an aqua shell just to get the experience of it.
Mm-hmm.
After doing my first fish swap, oh my, last Saturday, I like that style. And being part of the Keystone Clash last year, helping them out, I like that style because to me it's more personable.
Right.
You get to know everybody, you get to know the vendors,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all this guy's fault.
Right. And honestly, like, I work with a lot of reptiles too, so I go to a lot of reptile expos and stuff like that. A
Yeah,
lot of them are really big. I don't like going to the big ones. I like all the smaller ones where, like you said, it's more personable and you get to know everybody.
yeah. Uh, it's like for an example, a small. Do you got any clubs in your area?
I do. There's a few, but I don't really deal with any of them.
Well,
Yeah.
you necessarily don't have to. Like for me, I went to the Lehigh Valley one, and
Mhm.
it was 2 hours. No, yeah, 2 hours away. I just went to the swap
Right.
because in my area we ain't got nothing. Now
Hmm.
I gotta look this up. I think on one of my weekends off, they're having a reptile expo. I wanted to go to the one before, but it just didn't work out. I think the kids were sick or something like that. And I would like for us to go up there because I want to check one of them out too because we like reptiles too.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
We actually, she loves tree frogs.
There's
Uh,
usually always some there.
yeah. And we had a bearded dragon at one time. I rehomed him because we were having our son, and I was like, he gonna need more of our, you know, he needs
Tension.
more of us than that lizard attention. Yeah, I can't think right now. I got too much on my mind after that meeting.
Right.
Uh, but hi, Jenna. But yeah, so I would like for us to go to that. So do you have do you have both? So you have both in your house then?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. At home, I have about 19 tanks between here and the rest of my house. I also have a ball python here and my chameleons. Then at the shop, I have a reticulated python, a boa, a different morph of boa, and that's about it right now. I got rid of my Asian vine snake.
Mm.
I seen in one of your videos that you had like a giant iguana of some sort.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I also have a red iguana. Can't forget Frankie.
That thing was super
Yeah,
cool. I seen. I was like,
I remember
wow.
seeing that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like,
Yeah. They're in my shorts.
yeah, it was one of your shorts.
Mhm.
Dude, I got a funny story about an iguana.
Well,
Not
that
them
took me for
shorts.
a loop for a minute when he
Yeah,
said it's in
not
my shorts.
exactly.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, well, shorts taking up out. It was a cold day.
Yeah. Yeah. Robert, you want to see my lizard?
I don't know.
But I was in the military, and we went over to one of our civilian buddies' house. First time I was ever over there. And I walked in the living room. He's sitting on his recliner. Well, there's this fake tree behind him. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. And I sat down. This thing moved. I was like, what the hell? Dude, it was a big ass iguana. I was like, dude, you got freaking dinosaurs. First time I ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
Because wasn't really open to reptiles whenever I was a kid, except for cats and salamanders down at the creek.
Right.
That was about it. But yeah, I was like, holy cow. The thing looked prehistoric. Must have been an older one or something.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of different kinds of them. There's all little ones, and there's ones that get 6 feet long from nose to tail.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, it's like is it the rhino iguana?
It's one of them.
They get like big heads too.
Yeah, they do. Yep. The one I have is a red iguana. The one that got stolen from me is a green iguana. Yeah, there's so many different kinds. Do you know where you were at specifically?
It was in South Dakota.
South Dakota? Good chance it was probably just a regular old iguana.
Yeah, I think he was just an older one, full grown already.
Wild ones get quite a bit larger sometimes.
I've only seen them on videos. Like if you watch like Blake's Aquatic, his Amaranch, or like I used to watch Catch 'Em All and all them guys, and they go out and go hunting for them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy cow, them things get real big.
Yeah, they do.
So you guys, there's a channel. There's a guy that he calls himself the real Tarzan.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yep.
ever watch him any?
Yeah. He was actually recently in one of New England Reptiles videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Community I'm a part of, Reptile.
yeah. Like apparently, like he visited a place that had a 2-headed turtle.
Yeah. Probably Brian Barczyk's.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I watch his channel.
Yep. Brian's a good dude.
Yeah, you right, Paul Sotero. Instead of rinsing them off, like the dogs lick your plate. Yeah, buddy.
Whew.
Then they get big and fat.
Oh god.
Robert's head's in the gutter tonight. So you have 19 tanks. Does that include your reptiles too?
No.
Oh.
They're all in separate enclosures as well.
Well, I meant were they in tanks and you just counted them?
Oh,
then,
no, they're in actual like reptile enclosures.
Have you ever thought of doing a paludarium?
Yeah, I have. I used to have an 8-foot by 3-foot by 4-foot with a couple of breeding caiman lizards. Well, they were breeding at one point. They never bred for me.
The paludarium I'm talking about is with the fish underneath.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I had,
yeah.
I had a bunch of black phantom tetras and coolie loaches, all sorts of stuff in there.
Now, are those hard to maintain? Because the reason why I'm asking is the first time we was down at that fish place, that pet place, they got every pet stuff you need.
Mm-hmm.
But we was in the reptile section, and I was like, look at this. She goes, oh man, that's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you have your frogs, and I could put fish in it.
Yep. It's not too hard, really. First, you're gonna have to figure out a water basin, and then kind of build off of that. You know what I mean? But maintain-wise, the top half, because you're using all live plants and everything else like that, it can be a bioactive setup to where, I mean, you don't even have to scoop the poop out or nothing from your animals, nothing. So especially with tree frogs and stuff like that, you got their water. You can make a little waterfall going down in the water, and then you just set up the tank in the bottom. You can just like a normal fish tank.
Right.
So it's sort of like a hydroponic system, you know, that you're taking with the water, with the waste from the fish and putting up to the plants, and it's
you can too.
Okay.
Yeah. You can run a mist system off of that up there, definitely.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool to happen, like a giant moss wall and stuff like that up there.
Well,
that'd be really cool.
With them paludariums, if you get I'm talking about the Zoo Med one, you can get one that's a 10-gallon, one that's a 20-gallon. They have everything that you could buy for that. You could probably set it up to where it comes with a waterfall.
Oh, it's pretty neat.
If you're talking about the red lizard, I think Brookley, that is his iguana, if that's what you're talking about. There I go. Not
Yeah, and that thing was pretty big too, with the looks of it.
Yeah, she's about 4 or 5 foot. Yeah, big girl, sweetheart though. Sit on my shoulders like that all day.
She gentle.
Gentle giant. Bob wants to know if you could show off some of your tanks and reptiles.
I mean, my reptile's in the other room sleeping right now. I can show you some of my tanks. Well, a couple of them that I can reach. Probably get my snake out. Ball python that's in here. This is my Paskai Rainbow and Pygmy Cory tank.
What kind of stone is that?
I don't really know. When I order it in, it just comes in as scenery rock. That's it. That's the only name that's on it. So I honestly don't know, but it looks nice. It's got all those layers and stuff on it.
Yeah, I like it.
That is a cool looking rock.
And this is just a dirted substrate, about a 4-inch sand cap, and 2 sponge filters. The heater. Can't decide what I want to do with the lights, so I keep getting algae. Different intensities and stuff, some I can't adjust. So.
Yeah, I have had issue with a 20 gallon. I had to rip all the moss out of it because it's so entangled in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like crap.
Well, I had a massive, giant ball of Java moss up here in the corner, and I ended up trimming it all out, and that's kind of what's left. Slowly growing back because all that moss kind of took over a bit.
Now, do you run any of CO2 in that tank at all?
I don't run anything high tech, period, at home. It's a lot of work to be doing at home, on top of going to work and doing it too. So.
Yeah, I would try to keep it easy at home, especially if it was my job and I still want to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Over here, I don't know if there's my axolotl.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Pretty big boy. About 9 inches, tip to tail.
What size tank was that?
Oh, that's a 15 long.
Yeah, my son wants one.
Here is a buttload of star sapphire fry and longfin albino plecos. A buttload of them.
Now, those star sapphires, is that the ones that you have,
Yes.
Skip? Okay.
Yeah, and they're in a 29 right now.
Hey, these guys are in a 10 right now.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to graduate to a 75 not too long from now.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're that big already, huh?
Well, I just want to do it and be done with it because that's where they're gonna end up anyways. I got like 7 of them.
Right. Down
And then
here.
They should be fine in that until there's aggression.
These are all polar blue tiger parrot fry and some flower horn fry.
Oh, cool.
Several flower horn fry.
Did you breed those yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is my daughter's shrimp tank. It's all bubbly because I just did a water change not too long ago. Just a bunch of assorted shrimp. There's a few hundred in there.
I like it. That's a cool setup.
Back there. Yeah. And my daughter do it all. I didn't touch it. Just set out a bunch of stuff and made her put it all in there.
Well, she did a fantastic job.
Did she enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. She loves my fish.
Yeah, that's good.
It's hard. I have to actually kind of get after her a little bit because she likes them a little bit too much.
My daughter was like that at the beginning.
You can kind of see him. Super Delta Dumbo.
Yeah, she's showing.
There's a female over there next to him. You can kind of see her there. It's about as far as my cord will reach.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's about all I got. I can reach with my camera right now. I don't have my extension.
Thank you for showing us that, man. I mean, you got some nice setups going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Super simple stuff at home. It's very hard to when you're doing your passions and your hobbies and trying to make a living off it as well. You have to be very careful not to get it intertwined. It's hard.
Yeah, I could only imagine. Like getting to the point to where, for me, well, it actually happened to me. I enjoy working on lawnmowers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, I got too many of them one time, and it burned me out. And I haven't really picked up on it again. I need to this year, but just it burned me out. So I can understand that.
Skipper, do that Carl line when he goes, "It ain't got no gas in it."
Oh, come here, buddy.
That's a good one.
Sling blade when he goes, "It ain't got no gas in it."
You know why it ain't gonna run? It ain't got no gas in it.
Oh God!
It's just a
This
little
popped up in my
normal
head.
ball python that I've been kind of getting back to health here.
Bringing it back to health.
Yeah, when I got it, it was really small and dehydrated, and kind of see it's still got a little bit of a triangle shape to its back there. I mean, it's a little underweight.
Yeah, but it takes time though.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I've had it for about 4 or 5 months now. Him, about 4 or 5 months.
Well, he's a stud, ain't he?
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy, that's for sure. He's constantly moving around.
Well, that's
Yep.
because you made him happy.
He likes to try to shove his cage open every now and then. And then he comes up and sits on top of my computer tower.
That's crazy.
I bet he does that because it's nice and warm in it. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's it. And like he don't try to go anywhere else.
Nope. He just goes to the warmest spot in the room.
Oh, cool.
I'd say it's pretty sweet. Lefty said he'd like to get a snake.
He was. I don't think if I wouldn't have gotten a hold of this guy when I did, he would have been goner in a few days.
Yeah.
He's doing real good now.
Paul don't want me to cut his grass.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, boy.
Yeah, that's a real nice looking snake you got there.
Well, here. Oh, well, I guess I don't have the picture there anymore. You got a picture before instead of my logo was a big retic.
So, do you have any salt water?
At the shop, I do. I have a saltwater coral tank. About 300 gallons.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I use it to keep. Well, not too long ago, I ordered in a bunch of corals and stuff to kind of keep on hand in case something happened to some of my customers or I decided to do something. And yeah, it's just kind of simple bare bottom coral tank. I got a bunch of coral racks and stuff in there. About it. And then I've got another one that's got a big old Duncan coral, sailfin, tang, and a couple of clownfish. What's he on? Like food? I've been dosing him with some Reptiles every now and then I've been feeding him mice. No.
Now, like,
one or two once a week. Whatever. If he'll take an extra one, I'll give him one.
Now, like, how often do
Jenny.
you have to feed them?
Right now, because he's underweight, I've been kind of packing it in a little bit. I'll give him, like I said, one or two a week. Once he starts to get larger, once a week, once every 2-3 weeks or a month, even. Depends on how the snake is. So it can all be kind of different.
Do you give them like ones that are live or
Nope.
the ones that
Nope.
are already
Only frozen thawed?
Okay.
Yep. I don't do live feedings. I used to have a retic along with the one I have now, and I had a big old rat I was feeding her. She wouldn't eat frozen thawed. Wouldn't eat it. It'd just sit there and rot if I let it. Threw in this nice big old rat. Well, came back a couple hours later and it had ate the side of her neck out. So.
Oh heck.
I remember one of her friends had a ball python. It was pretty big. And when it came time to feeding, they hated doing it. So I'd get a phone call. I'd go over to do it. Didn't bother me. And I was like, cool, National Geographic, up close in person. It's funny.
It is funny.
Now, like, I don't know much about snakes, but like, Do they shed quite often, or like do they
Yeah.
just do it like once a month or something?
So about once a month, once every few weeks.
Do you ever like um, keep the sheds anytime? Or
Nah, I get so many of them, I don't even bother with it.
oh, okay.
Just got to wait a little bit and I'll have another one. So.
Imagine having one of them anacondas in that shed.
Oh God.
Well, my retic, she's 13 feet long. Her shed's about 25. It stretches out as it comes off of
Right.
them.
Wow.
Wow, you got a 13-foot long snake.
Yeah.
Is that at your shop or at home?
Yeah. I don't keep her at home. No. Keep her at the shop. Yeah. But I also let her out and roam around while I'm at the shop. So I can't really let her do that here. I just got too much small shit she'd knock over and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I call that bragging rights.
So that's a python then?
Yeah. Reticulated python.
Oh yeah, they get big.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll never forget.
Buddy of mine, but he had one. It was huge.
They can be some cranky snakes, but they're beautiful, beautiful, very intelligent animal.
Like have you ever been bit by one?
Yeah, not mine, but yeah, I've been bit quite a few times. Like I said, some could be. Yeah, they got some long teeth, but something like emerald tree boa or something's probably going to hurt worse because their teeth are significantly longer. They'll hurt. They'll make you bleed, that's for sure. Boys like Colombian red tail, yeah. I've got a true red tail.
Can't remember. I think I've seen one of those before.
Yep, I got a true red tail, and the newer boa that I have is called a Pokegron. Not Pokemon, Pokegron.
Pikachu. This first time I heard a snake being called this. No danger noodles for me. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Stephanie. That is freaking funny. I love it. That is great. So, what type of fish do you keep?
Well, personally, I try to go for stuff that's first off different. I don't like having the same stuff everybody else does. I just get bored with it. And I've been in the hobby for so long, I just bored. So, like lately, I've been really into knife fish and a lot of oddball fish like that.
Yeah.
As well as like Suda McGill and stuff like that. But I also like to work with a lot of different cichlids, as well as endangered. I try to make it a personal mission of mine to work with as many either endangered or extinct species from the wild. Meaning if they're extinct or almost extinct in the wild, I try to go upon myself to work with them and kind of rehabilitate it if I can. And I've been doing that before the Lacey Act shit's been going on.
Right. Hopefully, which I'm having a feeling it's not going to get passed, but hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't. Definitely do my part. I've donated to US Art quite a bit. I've talked quite a bit to people about trying to spread the word as much as I can. Yeah,
it's hard. Like I mentioned it to a guy today, and he just looked at me. I said, "Yeah, and it ain't just fish." I said, "It's reptiles also."
It's either that or they look at you like you're freaking stupid.
Yeah. And I'm like, huh. Okay, have you ever had a hamster before? Imagine an exotic one. You can't get it.
Yeah. Yep.
I saw a video the other day. Where did I see it? It was on the news. I can't watch YouTube at work anymore, so this sucks. Because somebody messed up. I ain't going to get into that. But anyways, there was a news thing where at the airport, at customs, they caught wind of this shipment from Mexico, or it was getting shipped. I think it was either in Mexico or it's here in the United States they received it. Whichever way, It was a crap ton of tarantulas.
Holy cow.
And they had them bagged up. And I kid you not, in like little, they weren't real big. There was a couple big ones, but there was a lot of small ones. And they had them in little baggies, and half of them were dead. But they were trying to smuggle them over instead of doing it the right way. So luckily, whenever they get calls like that, they have somebody there that uh, can take care of them. And what they're going to do is they're going to take them somewhere to rehabilitate them and put them back out in the wild where they came from. So it would have been down in Mexico.
Right.
That's where they caught it before it came over.
Right.
I was like, man, that's crazy. A
Yeah,
lot of
people
people nuts.
do that stuff to a lot. There's actually a lot more of animal smuggling than people think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is sad, you know. I mean,
I like how you said that you like to keep or try to get like oddball fish. I like that because I try to do that myself. I have quite a few species that you normally don't see it in LFS.
Yeah.
one one on behind me is two African butterfly fish. Love them.
Nice. They're pretty cool fish.
I wish I had the time. I would try to figure out if they're both male and female, which I did do a little research, and I'm fairly certain it might be a male and female. That'd be sweet to breed them.
Yeah, it would. Yep.
Yeah.
My favorite oddball that I got right now would be the little baby centipede knifefish I have in here. They're about this big right now, but they are super shy. Super shy. They like living in leaf litter and decaying plant material and stuff like that. So they don't really come out very much unless it's dark.
Never heard of that.
Nocturnal.
so they're called a centipede knifefish?
Yep.
Huh. I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah, their fin on the bottom is kind of clear, but they've got little brown pieces that kind of shoot through it. And it kind of looks like a little centipede.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Oh, that's different. I like it.
They don't get too big either. Maybe about 10 to 12 inches.
Well, hell, I could put that in that 55. Because I overfilter my tanks. At least that one. Well, hello, Big E's. Thanks.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Skipper.
Mm-mm.
Big Easy, Mark, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you.
And I actually like, because I like Corridors, so I try to find ones that you normally don't see. One of my favorite ones was the black Venezuelans that I got off of Dan's. I got 4 of them. Man, I'm hoping I am praying that I have a pair or a male and a female, at least one female. I don't care. And the stinking thing starts breeding so I can get more. I love them.
I really, really love your Egbert siblings.
Oh, man.
Long fins. Those things are cute.
Oh. Listen, man, them things are sweet. I put them in there with them because, for one, I missed the tank sale, and they're small enough to where they're fine. They're fine with them for right now. But then I found a fish swap that I just realized is bad for me.
Tell you that one you went to, you came home with a lot of cool stuff. I saw those plecos and everything.
The plecos were a hookup. Now which those are pretty freaking awesome too. The green dragons, L33s, and the L66.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And I actually did some research on them, and they're actually the difference between them is the pattern, and they're out of the same river. They're just out of different locations.
Different localities. Cool. That's awesome. Another one of my most. Last I read, it was virtually extinct in the wild, but it's called a rosemary pike. It's a pike cichlid from South America.
Yeah, I think that you can get them at that. Well, you can't right now because they're still moving. But predatory fins that they get them in sometimes.
Anyway, that's pretty neat. I have to look because I'm looking for a female. My female jumped the tank one night. I had like what is it? Black or that clear plastic with the ribbing in it. I can't remember what it's called.
Corrugated.
Yeah, she
It's
jumped right through
corrugated
it.
sheets, greenhouse roofing.
Yep, she punched right through. I didn't really punch through it, but she popped the lid up and got out of the tank before I was at home. So they're at the shop now.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I just got males at this point. It's kind of infuriating.
Man, I got a catfish over here beside of me in this other tank that's going nuts. Like he goes up to the top of the tank, then he tries to like swim halfway, you know what I mean, out of the water, and he's just going back and forth.
Shark.
There, yeah, I've got like 10 of them in there, and it's just that one. He just, I don't know what his deal is. He's making all kinds of noises.
I'm starting to remember whenever I was a kid, I think I had a ghost knife. Is it? No, it wasn't ghost knife. What's the one that Degenerate has?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Oh man,
I have a good black ghost knife right here. I'm trying to get the camera here.
it's driving me nuts because I think I used to have one of them a long time ago. It's funny what you can fit in a 29-gallon fish tank, not knowing what the hell you're doing.
With his tail right there, that's my black ghost knife.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. That's what he has.
In that tube there's about a 9-inch fire eel. And this guy right back here, by the filter, I don't know if you can kind of see him there. You see his fin wiggling in the back corner. Back here. Oh, there he goes. Scared him off there. But that's a brown or African brown knife.
Your sound went out.
Yeah.
Back?
Yeah.
Yep, there it
Okay,
is.
cool. Yeah, I have they're called brown knife fish. They're pretty cool little guys.
Yeah, I had a ghost knife. That's what, or the one you had just shown.
The black, black
The black
knife.
one. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember that.
Those are pretty cool. And I started to get one, but after seeing how much trouble Jason had with them, I was like, dang. But it seemed like they're kind of hard to keep going.
I haven't had an issue with them at all, ever, really.
I honestly, I think poor Jason got a bad batch of them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Good.
Make them.
Yeah, I mean, but I've had that happen to me too, because I still remember when I first started getting into plecos, I went out and I bought like 6 or 7 bristle noses, and I had them for like a month, and then it kept on dying off on me, and I don't know what happened, but now, not so bad. They're all staying alive.
Was it when you first started?
Yeah.
It's funny I'll never forget my very first tank. It was a 29-gallon, and 37. That's what it was. It was an older tank. So this was about 20. Oh my God, it's 20 years ago. No, it was longer than that. Oh shit, I'm getting old.
Time flies, don't it?
Now you're getting old whenever you got to rethink it. But
You're not
anyway,
getting old, Skipper. You're just getting wise.
Sometimes I wonder. But yeah, I remember the stuff that I used to have in it. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. Whenever it said you got tired looking at all that dirt at the bottom, I cleaned the tank. I put the fish in a bucket with their water, and
everything.
Yeah, even the substrate.
That's how a lot of people did it for a long time.
So I did.
A long time.
Just clean everything. Just filters out, just I was used to scrub off all the slime and crap, try to make it all look all new again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had to do that with this one, that back glass. Oof. Because I don't have one of them, because I have a background on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you really can't use, well, I don't know. I haven't tried it, but in my mind, but the background, I don't think I could use, one of these.
No, not if it's like the hard foam
No,
background stuff.
it's the paper one. Because I was afraid of ripping it or something.
Like here at home, I let a lot of the algae go here, except for the front panel. It doesn't bother me personally.
Yeah, it's me too. All natural.
Well, honestly, with that background, like you really couldn't see it because it's kind of like a darker one. But whenever you look through the side of the tank,
Yep. Every damn bit of it.
Because you're cleaning the side glass with that, you're like, oh hell no, I gotta do something. It's funny. It's funny whenever you do stuff like that.
Skipper, did you ever find any of those one corridors that you've been hunting? Those I think they're called like Barbados or whatever.
Oh yeah, I know who's probably going to have them for sale, and I'll get them.
Yeah, there's a guy that I'm actually waiting on to start shipping again. TM Aquatics.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, yep. Because I know, because like I seen one of his videos, where he was talking about like he wouldn't start shipping again until like this month, and then I just went on ahead and looked at it, but I haven't, but as far as my knowledge goes, he don't have anything up on Get Gills yet, so he's probably still not shipping.
Plans for the future at the shop. Yeah, of course there is. I'm gonna plan on just kind of doing my thing here, doing residential and commercial aquarium maintenance for a while, and then eventually, once I get tired of that, I'm gonna open up a fish store. That'll be my retirement. At some point here, it would be nice to go more towards the commercial side of aquarium maintenance. I've done quite a bit of work in aquarium and zoos here, cleaning their enclosures and aquariums. It's good money. I'd like to bring my business more towards that.
That's funny. Paul, that's probably not a good idea.
Paul.
Just release them in the wild.
That'd really piss them off, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, if I did that here, I wouldn't do no good, but because none of them would live, because all the bass, that's in the lake would just eat them up.
Oh yeah, all these fish here that I have would die as soon as it turned winter.
But I do got to say though, I would love to have that fish that Brandon has. I can't. Brandon and Aquatic Mess. I can't think of the channel name right now. I don't know why.
Cold Water Aquatics.
Yeah, Cold Water Aquatics. They got a native fish that's called a grass pickerel.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yep. I love that fish, dude. I mean, every time they show it on their live stream, I'm like, I want it. I want it so bad.
They're pretty cool fish.
Oh, I need to check something. Go ahead. I got to check something. Just remembered. I wanted to thank somebody if I saw him here in the chat, and I totally forgot who it was.
Okay. So, how long have you been doing this YouTube channel thing now?
I think my first video was September, December, or about somewhere around December last year or this recent year. So just a couple months now.
Well, man, keep it up, man, because you're doing really, really good, man.
I appreciate it. I try. I know I'm not putting out too many videos right now, but a lot to do on top of everything else.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And then I got some stuff in the works that just takes me extra time to do it. And I'm all right with that. I like doing the live stream thing.
well, they're fun. That is for
I
sure.
appreciate it. I try to make it fun and chill. I know I don't have a lot of energy a lot, but hey.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Just chilling out, just talking, hanging out. There could be a subject that could come up, and then it could just go from there.
I like the kind of the way I've been doing it in a lot of my streams. Like first hour, I'll have a subject to talk about, and then whenever I feel like getting off after that, we can do whatever. I don't mind at all.
I wanted to thank Jennifer Weaver. I think I saw her in here, and Mark Sterelson for the donations to the Fish Fam thing for Keystone Clash. Make sure that you do it friends and family, because if you don't, they take a partial of it. And Matt, thank you, because I got a couple names to send you.
Hey, Matt. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, I would really like to go to the Clash, so I can go hang out with all of y'all. I mean,
we're bad influence. I don't know if you want to do that.
You guys seem like that. That we could all have a good time. I mean,
because
I like to, cut up and get a drink
I have
or two.
I have to moderate myself like half the time here. So
we listen. Oh man, I'm telling you, we had I guess you said a pre-Keystone Clash last week. So after we was done, we went to this brewery. I love
nice.
these places. If I'm in a different place and they got like a new brewery, I'm going there and eating because I want to try their beer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they probably wish we never showed up. It was funny. Yeah,
curious to see what we're all going to do about the dinner thing for the Clash. That'll be fun. It's like everybody's saying we can't go out and we'll just raid a restaurant. It's funny.
And we won't be able to do that to her though because theirs are small.
Yeah,
we could tailgate though.
Yeah, there you go.
I suggested it the one night. We should totally all just bring a bunch of grills and just have a fun day.
We'd have to do that Friday night though.
And don't forget the cooler full of cold ones.
No.
Gotta have that.
Yeah, that's easy. You talking to a redneck here. You ought to see the cooler I have for camping, and it gets filled up with beer.
Was it one of them 4-foot coolers?
Yeah. You can fit half a hog in it if you wanted to.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Oh, so how long did you say you kept fish? How many years?
Most of my life, actually. My father was always keeping fish all through growing up. So I picked it up from him and my grandfather. So, keeping tanks most of my life.
That's awesome. So, with that, what is that you have kept? What is your least favorite fish that you kept that you would never keep ever again?
I have a thing against neon tetras.
That's
man.
I have nuked more tanks throwing neon tetras in a fucking tank than any other thing. Not even chemicals, anything.
Really?
Yeah, it just says all the ones up here, at least that I get, are all usually half dying and sick, no matter what you do. And if you change them from one tank to another, they just get sick and kill everything in the tank.
Well, man, to be honest with you, I do understand that big time, because like here, I do have neon tetras, and I had bought neon tetras from other stores. Not going to say any names, and when I buy them, they do the same thing. They just add a explosion of sickness, and that being said, that's why I only get them from one place.
I will say though, one of my favorite fish are black neons.
Yep.
The black neon tetras. I like those ones a lot. I have a
Yeah.
couple of them in that tank with the knife.
Yeah, that's what I got in here. I got a couple of black neons, and I got about 10 neon tetras in here. But actually, I've had these for going on a year now, and which is the longest I've ever kept neon tetras.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think I'll ever buy neons again. I'll buy cardinals, but I won't buy neons.
I would love to try those rummy nose tetras. I love
they're
those,
nice.
but but it seems like that now
You
they
also
just
have rummy
skyrocket.
nose raspberries too.
You got to get the platinum ones. There's a difference.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Boy, they're shiny, and their nose pops, which is pretty much from their eyes forward red.
Mm.
I used to have them, man. They were great.
And
Huh.
and Eduardo, I know that, but even moving the fish from the quarantine tank to the display tank will make them sick half the time. At least in my case. Some reason
Yeah.
around here, that's just how they are.
Honestly, the reason for that is, in my opinion, is they are always in such high demand. They're one of the cheapest beginner fish. So they've been bred and bred and bred. So they're not really a strong fish.
Yeah,
And that's my opinion.
I can agree with that.
Y'all can get mad at me. I don't care, but that's what I think. So that's when you got to buy like 10 of them, then you'll end up with 6. No, actually 15.
Yeah. Another one of my least favorite fish. There's a lot of cichlids I don't like. As much as I like cichlids, there's a lot of them I don't like. I'm really picky when it comes to cichlids. Really picky.
I can say that too. Yep. Same here.
Or we're going to skip to that question, Furlow, because I didn't even ask that when we were talking about that. What is
Eric,
your
hey buddy.
favorite reptile to keep / breed?
Big pythons and boas, hands down. Big snakes.
For me, that would be a hard one to pick. There's so many different cool reptiles out there.
There is. I've always wanted to breed some chameleons though, like some veiled. Like I think Kaler showed a video of his veiled breeding the other night.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Yeah, he did.
Wake up one morning, you just got a half or about 50 freaking babies climbing all over the tank.
That'd be so cool to see.
I've always, whenever I started watching the reptile channels on here, was the panther chameleons.
Oh yeah.
Gorgeous.
They're
expensive. Whew.
There's a guy that goes to the Aquashellas, and he had one last year in Dallas. Like he sold. I think it was like $1,500. He sold it. But that thing was beautiful. I mean, and big too. I mean, I don't know, probably about 12 inches long, I guess. From head to tail, somewhat. But I mean, it was beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a local reptile show here at the community college they have every month, and there's a guy that usually has a bunch of panther chameleons he sells. They are expensive.
That's a good comment there, Paul Terry. You are correct.
Yep.
And
Definitely.
Lefty had said something along the lines of a lot of the neons are farm raised, but a lot of the cardinals are wild caught.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably love all your fish. So I ain't gonna do that to you. So what is your bucket list fish? Like everybody has a bucket list. You got to. If not, then you're not a true.
I want a peppermint angelfish, saltwater. That fish is worth as much as a brand new car.
Wow.
They're about a $20,000 to $30,000 fish. And
they're beautiful.
They are. I've always wanted one. I've gotten a couple for some customers. But that's the closest I've ever came to actually working with one. I've got to quarantine it and kind of take care of it for a little bit and get it into the display tank.
That's pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. You got to bring it in, quarantine it, and get it. That'd be awesome.
I sweat my balls off that whole 2 months, or that whole month, about month and a half that I had him. I sweat my balls off.
Yeah, because if it would have died, you would have had to front that.
That would have been my whole business. Been one fish.
My goodness. I
Boy,
couldn't imagine.
Listen, there been an insurance policy coming out on these fish.
Yeah, there was.
Yep.
There was. You don't, yeah. People don't realize that you can get insurance on fish like that.
I mean, my God, $30,000? You'd be dumb not to.
It was bad.
You could have it for like a day, and then your company goes under.
Yep. That's why I was sweating so hard, man. I was like, oh, no. That was actually about 7 months ago, I think. That was pretty cool. That was probably the most stressful point in my business, too.
And they were at your shop?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would have got a cot, set that damn thing up next to the...
I did. I swear to God, I did. I stayed at that shop for fucking 2.5 weeks straight almost.
Oh, man.
So I knew they were going to be okay. It was... I'd wake up in the middle of the night and test my water. Like every 3 hours or so, just to make sure nothing's happening. Stuff like that. It was bad. I was taking no risks.
I mean, like, could you imagine being the guy that buys one and then you got to like make sure it stays alive? Because golly,
I'll get him another one. I'll get him another one.
Bob wants to know if the permit's required for the Angel.
No.
That'd be like a house.
But it took about a little over a month for the transaction to even go through. Put it lightly. That gives you an idea of how much time it took to get the damn thing. Sourcing one out was a pain in the ass too. That took almost a year.
Furlough has insurance on all his reptiles.
Really?
You know what? I actually got health insurance on my female silver lab because we were breeding her here at our house. We did it ourselves, and it helped.
Well, I've never had any problems with animals dying on me or getting stolen as of recently, so I've been thinking about it. Ever since them kids broke in and stole my juvenile green iguana, man.
I didn't know that like you could get insurance on like dogs and stuff like that.
Expensive, but yeah.
Actually,
well, depending, yeah.
I mean, did you get like State Farm or something?
No, we went through the I almost said the ASPCA. Oh man.
ASAP. Oh god.
Holy cow. Oh boy, I really had a brain fart. AKC. There it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
Not the Humane Society, but the AKC.
Yeah. That's where you go to like get your dog like
I saw
papers
Bob,
on it and stuff like that.
I saw Bob's name and almost said AARP. Hey, on that note, it's 7:00, everybody. I want to thank Robert for being my co-host and Misfit for being our guest tonight.
Of course, it was a good old time.
And our boys for helping out in the chat. And Eduardo, you got a job, so you got to be here every Sunday now.
Yeah, Eduardo.
And if you would, go over to Suzy Q and say hi. Goodbye, everybody.
See you there.